Preetesh Singh, who works with the NRI Consulting Solutions India Private Limited, specialist case and alternate powertrains. He has been conducting strategy and operational consulting assignments for global automotive OEMs, suppliers, R&D organizations, and the government. Specializing in case, Mr. Preetesh has over a decade of experience studying different themes related to electric vehicles for Indian and global markets. He has worked with around EV policy, EV roadmap, engineering and R&D, supply chain, battery value chain, battery reuse, and recycling. Today, Mr. Pritesh will walk us through optimizing the supply chain through tracing and tracking solutions. So, delegates, let's welcome Mr. Pritesh.
Before me, all the experts have talked about their company offerings as well as the kind of supply chain issues they are solving through technological solutions. So I think that was amazing, a great learning experience for me as well. So I will try to keep my presentation very light and talk about the major overview of the supply chain, which basically can be optimized through tracking and tracing. As I have limited time, so I'll mostly focus around asset tracking part of it. And in the end, I will also talk about some of the technological solutions which are evolving and solving the challenges around electric vehicles in India. Just to talk about a little bit of the ecosystem, the kind of industry overview, So if we talk about the asset layer, so in physical layer, it can be item level, box level, pallet level, or the vehicle level. Then you have a hardware provider, and then you take the data transfer, and ultimately you do a lot of kind of analysis on it and present to the actual customer in a very attractive form, also which brings a lot of efficiency. And we had a lot of cases presented by the speakers wherein they talked about how it benefits actually different customers. So that is the overall ecosystem or the industry overview in terms of asset tracking. Now, why this asset tracking is very important at this point in time is previously, before COVID, probably the challenges were not that much as they are today. So for example, if we talk about the key pain points along the value chain, you have heightened volatility after the COVID, right? Which we call it post-COVID. So COVID-19 basically, initially, because of COVID-19, there was a lot of drop in demand. But after that, it picked up like anything. And there is an unprecedented hike or the surge and which is continuing today also. Then the data, which is there in the form of paper documents, spreadsheets, or computer files and email, and mostly it remains in the silos. So the management of data also is one of the big pain. And then the asset visibility. Until or unless the asset visibility is there, it's kind of a big challenge which can be addressed by deploying simple, small solutions. Now, in terms of the mega trends, if I talk about the around the entire value chain, we see that market consolidation happening in future, because mostly if you see currently the faster digital adoption and massive surge in shipments due to e-commerce is leading to consolidation driven by, because at every part of the value chain there are different operators and there is no one person who is managing everything. So challenges are increasing. So probably there is going to be a consolidation in future. Then the supply 4.0, other speakers talk about factory automation, factory IoT and all. So in supply chain also, we see this trend emerging, which we call as supply chain 4.0. Then the customer centricity, customer centric supply chains they basically focus on customer experience. So for that purpose also, the customer centricity is one of the mega trends which we see in future. Moving on, it is not like the customers are getting benefit, but deliberate efforts are being done by the government of India, also including bodies like DPIT, MRTH, and MOCI. So if I have to talk about the end user industries in tracing and tracking. So in tracing and tracking, they will basically enable industries like transportation, logistics, healthcare, manufacturing, construction. They are having much more use cases than others. So for example, in transportation and logistics, you will see the multimodal shipments, 3PL, 4PL, and all kind of fleets that are part of the operations. In healthcare, asset tracking includes, the hospital staff tracking by using the RFID tag or LoRaWAN, surgical scheduling, and equipments are sometimes not placed at the right place. So if they are, they basically can be tracked and traced. So in emergency situation, it becomes really helpful. In manufacturing, plants are adopting digital technologies to enhance, automate, and modernize the whole process with aim to gain more realization. I think this already mostly we have covered. In construction sector, you'll see high value machine and raw materials. They track the physical locations of these assets. There are other use cases in IT and telecom, as well as in the oil and gas. So just to give an example, in the oil fields, the condition monitoring of oil field is one of the very good use cases. And in the pipelines, you can detect in case of any health issues or any problems, and timely detection and resolution basically saves a lot of challenges which might cause if you're not able to track and trace them. So solutions which customers are actually looking for has to be cost effective as well as easy to implement. That is how we see QR code and RFID are becoming prominent hardware and software solutions. And then in this slide, I will talk about mainly some of the hardware solutions and the software solutions. So for example, we have QR code and barcode, right? So because the cost of deployment is very low and application is high in non-returnable products and those with lower life cycle. So in such use cases, the barcode basically acts as an asset tag, whereas tag utility asset tag also as a UID. Then the RFID tags, prices have been dropping and improving technologies. This has become one of the the time, it is a very time consuming thing. So mainly it is being implemented in the retail giants. They prefer it for an item level view of their inventories. Then you have GPS tracking. Some of the places GPS tracking has also been made mandatory. For example, if you look at the taxis or some other commercial vehicles. So it is being used for the vehicle as the employee tracking outdoor in businesses like transportation and logistics, to mainly tracking the mobile assets. In some of the use cases, it is also being used like at high security asset tracking. In any kind of tracking, generally GPS tracking is one of the major solutions which are there. Then you have BLA, which is a scalable, cost-effective solution to indoor large-scale tracking problems. It has become an industry standard for it. Then others are also like LoRaWAN and custom hardware. Now, in terms of the software solutions, software types, we have cloud-based and on-premise. In cloud-based, basically the cloud-based solutions are having much higher growth because they can be easily adopted by small and medium enterprises, SMEs. And this solution also works much better when assets are spread out across multiple locations. So let's say if you are in an excavator business, you can track and trace excavators in different parts of the country, and you can also collect a lot of data. You can check the oil level, you can check the maintenance requirements, overall health of the equipment, and so many other. When smaller fleet operators having 5 excavators, 10 excavators are also deploying such solutions. Then you have on-premise solutions. These solutions are installed in an organization's network. So that is the reason these are mainly preferred by organizations which are performing on-site network. Now, so this slide, I just wanted to talk a little bit in detail. It mentions about the all kind of logistics tiers, which starts from the 1PL to 5PL. So 1PL examples are like you have example of logistics service providers such as Domino's, Box, etc. So they have the challenges which they are facing in logistics are lack of, let's say, CM experience, inventory management is missing. So solutions can be inventory management, shipment tracking, routing, route planning, easy sensor integration. These are some of the basic ones which a 1PL can provide. Going from 2PL to 3PL to 4PL, solutions involve, and sometimes it is kind of more in terms of the software capability. So for example, if you look at the role of 3PL and 5PL logistic tiers and talk about the challenges, then the, let's say, carrier onboarding, siloed systems, customer demands for visibility, hybrid dispatch, latent data. These are the challenges in the logistics. And 4PL, 3PL, actually sometimes roles are overlapping, but if we just try to differentiate the role. So for example, for 4PL, it can be use cases can be like ocean and air visibility, document management, predictive tracking and ETA, easy carrier onboarding, etc. And 5PL mostly solutions are end-to-end supply chain visibility, omni-channel transportation management systems, predictions, demand signals. There are several organizations who can place depending on their capability and depending on their the issue which they can address in this logistics industry stakeholder. Then in terms of overall automotive industry, if I talk about the emerging solutions which are digital solutions for entire supply chain, you have fleet management solutions such as real-time fleet location monitoring, cargo volume tracking, vehicle statistics, performance, traffic condition tracking, route management. There are many more. Then you have vehicle management system, autonomous vehicle infotainment and telematics. So one thing is that autonomous vehicle and infotainment and telematics basically are part of the safety standards also. Not all of them which are listed here, but some of them. And so in future also you will see more and more stricter solutions being mandated by Government of India. So that is the overall automotive digital solutions. Then electrification, because in overall value chain, there is a huge scope of implementing digital solutions. And digital solutions can be, here can be a little bit different. Obviously, tracking and tracing are the basic solutions which are obviously being deployed and in future, but there will be also solutions which solves the challenges which as this point in time the electric vehicle industry is facing. For example, the frequent breakdown, vehicle quality issues and all those things, structure, swapping, OEM side issues and all those things. So let's say there is a technology solution which addresses the vehicle quality by improving the quality of your vehicle. And so these are some of the use cases around electrification, which is also a very interesting area. So with this, I will stop my presentation. Thank you very much. I'm okay to take questions.